About 100 years ago, wild berries could be seen, growing mighty rampant round a town called Geraldine. Well, the farmers tried to shoot 'em and burn 'em off the land, but these wild and wacky berries kept on getting out of hand. So day and night the Barkers made the best jam in a jar. South Canterbury got its name to promote it near and far.
In 1969, Anthony Barker renamed his Upton farm Upton Cellars and embarked on a bold new venture, producing elderberry wine.
There's nothing like a little drop of elderberry wine to cure all your ailments and make you feel fine.
And once he got started, there was no stopping him. Apart from the elderberries that grew around the riverbed and farm, Anthony started making other fruit wines.
It was a great learning curve, really. We learnt a lot about fruit. Unlike a grape maker who only has one fruit to deal with, which is pretty well developed fruit too, we had, God knows how many, up to 20.
At the time, it was innovative, it was exciting. We got written up in every newspaper and magazine in the country. Dad was considered a bit of a nutter, perhaps, but very innovative one. And he made great products, and it was a story that people talked about.
The first Barker's shop was opened across the yard with Gillian Barker at the helm. Visitor numbers increased steadily, along with sales. Tour groups began to stop. By 6 years after opening, business was looking good. More potential for diversification presented itself when local black currant growers approached the team.
They had an international glut of the darn things, and they came rushing to us and said, will you process them? Or we said yes, until we looked around and suddenly found that we simply weren't geared to do it.
We built a new factory. We launched Barker's Black Currant, which was billed as the world's only pure blackcurrant juice. So we were starting to become marketers for the first time, and we had to get out there and do in-store tastings.
Barker's True Fruit Blackcurrant Juice. Delicious served cold. Now try it hot. Just one bottle of Barker's makes 5 litres. No preservatives, pure natural blackcurrant juice full of...
Barker's Blackcurrant is still the best-selling blackcurrant syrup in New Zealand. In the mid-80s, Barker's fruit wines had their very own Australian Vogue spread and were exported as far away as Japan. But in his travels to promote the brand, Michael spotted another gap in the market: quality fruit fillings for the bakery trade. The team developed techniques to process fruit specifically for this market.
A local farmer's wife, she became our bakery rep, and away she went and around Australia and New Zealand and showed bakers what they could do with Barker's wonderful new fruit fillings. The real success came selling bakery fillings into Australia, and that's still a significant part of our business today, representing about 20% of our turnover.
In the meantime, the company was branching out again, this time into the preserves and chutneys market, while at the same time celebrating 25 years in business with the founder's own signature range.
We at Barker's, we thought, well, we'll put out a premium range of preserves, we'll compete with the best, and we'll make a statement about what New Zealand can do with its fruits.
Welcome to Barker's of Geraldine, where you can sample the award-winning gourmet fare of South Canterbury. Jams, juices, sauces, toppings, condiments and preserves, baskets and hampers.
We try not to over-process fruit. It's all about minimal processing, so that what you've got on there it's got the best flavour and colour of any jam. When we boil it, we're actually boiling it at a reduced temperature because we don't want all the flavour and aroma to disappear up the chimney. I mean, we make it in a pot like anyone else, but we actually have a special process where we boil it at a reduced pressure, and that enables us to boil at a reduced temperature.
And that enables the fruit to stay whole.
It stays whole, and the colour and flavour is a lot better because you're not caramelising and cooking at high temperature.
Once we'd learnt how to make preserves for bakers, we then moved on to making bulk preserves for very big bakers, and we became a very significant supplier over the years to the big baking companies in New Zealand, and more recently to yogurt manufacturers, biscuit manufacturers, ice cream manufacturers, and a whole host of food companies in Australia and New Zealand now rely on Barker's for the supply of their fruit fillings and toppings.
Under expert guidance from the independent board of directors, the company continued to expand on their technical and manufacturing expertise. Investment in a sachet forming machine meant that more than 3 million sachets per year of value-adding component parts can be produced. In a typically bold move, they bought another label, Anatot. Consumer magazine recently ranked Anatot and Barker's Jams numbers 1 and 2 in a quality taste test. The company entered into a joint venture with Tandoori Palace, manufacturing Indian simmer sauces. This brand holds the number 2 position in the authentic Indian simmer sauce market in New Zealand. 3 winning labels. More than 400 innovative, regional, delicious products, including fruit syrups, jams, jellies, chutneys, relishes, condiments and sauces, still proudly made on a corner of the family farm near Geraldine. In October 2009, 40 years after Anthony Barker started Barker's Wines, Barker's of Geraldine won the Supreme Award at the South Canterbury Chamber of Commerce Business Excellence Awards. Michael Barker and the team got a standing ovation. There is no doubt that this local company, employing 150 staff and processing more than 1,000 tonnes of New Zealand fruit annually, is a supreme business success story.